Hey everybody, it's Stacy. Welcome back to my channel. I am very excited to be planning this spread with you today because this is my Disneyland spread. We went to Disneyland back in February. This week is actually February 12th to the 18th. And for some reason, this spread just felt so daunting and like it was going to be such a big task that I just always kept putting it off. But I decided to buckle up and just put it down. I think because I use so many stickers in this plan with me that I was nervous to pull all the stickers and make sure that I had something to commemorate such a special week for me. So if you do not already know, I am a massive Disney fan. I love Disney so much. And we actually go to Universal Studios as well, which is very exciting because I'm also a big Harry Potter fan, and my son got to go to Mario World, all those kind of things. So for me, this is a very special vacation, and it was my bucket list vacation. So it was very exciting, and yeah, just very, very, very happy to have been able to go. And I thought since we are actually going to be going on our February vacation very soon, that I better plan last year's vacation. So if you guys didn't listen to my last plan with me, which is Vampire, I am going to be doing a Throwback Thursday spreads. So I'm going to be starting at the beginning of my planner for 2024 and going through and filling in all the spreads. So we're going to do this spread, then we're going to jump to a bunch of summer spreads, go back, finish fall, and then we'll end up with Christmas. So it's going to be a little bit all over the place because I have a lot of random spreads not completed, but I think this is just the easiest way for me to get my planner done. And then after 2024, we will move to my 2023 planner, which has, I think, 3 months. October, November, December, 3 months left to finish up in there too. So, all right, let's get into the spread. So this kit is actually called Magical 50th. I unfortunately cannot sell this kit due to copyright issues. However, I was very happy to use it for my own planner spread. Start on Monday. So we actually arrived to our vacation the Friday prior. So we had already done a few activities here in California. We had done a tour of the Walk of Fame, and we had done Santa Monica Pier. We had also done Universal Studios, where we went to Harry Potter World and Mario World and such. That was the week prior. So this is now the second part of our vacation and the end of it. So on Monday, we had breakfast in the hotel. Our hotel had the best breakfast area. I think it was one of the kids' highlights for sure. It had just so many options. And I think one of our favorites was they had these waffle makers that made Mickey waffles, which was just so fun. And then we took our rental car and we drove down to San Diego because we really wanted to go to the San Diego Zoo. Now, my son's favorite animal is a sloth, has always been, and he has been dying to see one. We saw on their website that they did have a sloth at the San Diego Zoo, so we knew we needed to go and see it. Well, when we got there, we went to go and see where it was, and they said that it only appears once in a while during their shows, so it's a hit and miss of when it will actually be there. Luckily, it was on the day that we arrived. My son got to see his sloth right up close and personal, and just I will not be able to get that image out of my head of how excited he was when he saw his sloth for his first time. He just looked at me and was like, "This is the best day ever." And I will forever remember that. We got to see a sloth, so I had to mark it that he saw his sloth. And then we ended up the evening going to Fire and Ice, which is one of those restaurants where they make the food in front of you, where you get to pick your toppings and your pasta or your rice or whatever, and then you bring it up to them, they cook it in front of you, and then you go back to your table and eat it. You don't do the whole show, but they do make it in front of you. And then we had the best outdoor pool at the hotel. It was a heated pool, and so we spent every single evening in there. Even though the evenings were quite cool in California, the pool was heated, so we actually felt warmer in the pool, so we spent a lot of our evenings there. On Tuesday, I woke up so early because I was so excited. I could not wait for my family to wake up. I tell ya, the second they opened their eyes, I was like, "Get dressed, we need to go." And I could not wait because today was Disneyland Day. We had breakfast at the hotel and we walked to Disneyland because our hotel was super close. And I am going to be putting in all the rides that we did because I didn't want to miss a thing. So we ended up going on the Jungle Cruise first and then making our way to Pirates of the Caribbean. I loved the Jungle Cruise. I thought it was just very cute and very nostalgic for Disneyland. So I wanted to go on that one. Pirates of the Caribbean was great. And then we went on the many adventures of Winnie the Pooh. We just kind of were going around in our loop. And my daughter doesn't love rides, so we had to unfortunately skip a lot of the bigger rides. We did convince her to go on a few big-ish rides, not too big. So unfortunately, we didn't get to do a lot of the bigger rides, but we did do a lot of rides still. I don't think we would have been able to fit much more in our day. We went on the many adventures of Winnie the Pooh, and then we went on the Star Wars Rise of Resistance. I think this is one of my top rides that we went on. I am not a Star Wars fan, have not seen the movies, don't know anything about it, but the world that they built in Disneyland is just amazing. Like, the theming and everything like that was just incredible. Anywhere you walked in the line was just totally themed for Star Wars. And I loved how the ride, you didn't know, like, part of the ride you get in and then they do a little like movie type thing and then you get out at a totally different spot. And me and my husband could not for the life of us figure out how they did the switch. So just very, very cool. The animatronics and everything was just very incredible. So I was so pleased with that ride. And then we made our way to Pinocchio's Daring Journey. This ride had like the biggest line. I think this is like a very congested spot in Disneyland. They have the Dumbo ride here. They have this one. I think they have Ariel's ride. Some other, maybe not Ariel's ride, but they have a whole bunch of them that are very close together. So it was like very congested and busy, and we didn't love that. We liked more of the going off the side streets. So we didn't stay here too long. But we did do Pinocchio's Daring Journey. And then we went to Finding Nemo Submarine Journey. This is one that, after watching a bunch of YouTube videos on the different rides, was one that I really, really wanted to see because it just seemed so cool. So it's a little submarine that goes under the water and takes you, there's lots of like screens and stuff going on. It's really good. I loved it. So I knew we had to go on that one. And then we went on to, I think it's called Autopia. I don't really know how to say it. But basically, it's just you get into a car and you drive around the track. And you kind of have to steer, but it kind of brings you in the direction. And it's just like a very chill ride that you just drive in a car around this track. So that was really cool. Then we went on It's a Small World. My daughter, this was her must-have ride. My son just totally did not like this ride. He is definitely the thrill seeker in our family, for sure. He will try pretty much any ride. So he was wanting to go on a lot more of the bigger rides with me, but we didn't go on many because we just felt like we wanted to stay together as a family. So we didn't do a lot of big rides, but we did go on It's a Small World and got to go on that. I felt like the line was extremely long for It's a Small World, but otherwise our lines were pretty normal. And then we went and did Buzz Lightyear's Astro Blasters, and that's like one of the ones where you have like the shooting gun to like play the game and stuff like that. So that one was really fun. And I know we went on one more ride, but I don't have it. Oh no, we didn't. I was going to mark that we went shopping on this day, but I ran out of labels. So I'm going to have to put them in after the fact, and I'm going to put that in my video where I go back and just fill in all the remaining spots on my spreads. And then we did go for dinner at Tiana's place. This was what my daughter really wanted to go to. She really wanted to have gumbo at Tiana's place. I'll give you a fair warning. If you're going to go there, it is extremely spicy. Like, I found it extremely spicy, and I am pretty good with spicy food. My kids could not for the life of them eat it. They took a few bites, and they were trying so hard because they liked it. They just literally, it was just burning their mouths. So we ended up taking them to get pizza from Pizza Planet because I just couldn't have them being starving and not being able to eat. So we went there for the kids after Tiana's place. And then I really wanted to go on Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway because I wanted to see Toontown. I had heard so many awesome things about Toontown and knew we needed to go see it. So we went there. It was pretty dark by the time we had gotten there, so that was our last ride that we went on. And then we just walked back to the hotel and spent the evening in the pool. Basically, we just floated. We floated on some floaties and just chilled because we were exhausted after our day at Disneyland. Whew, I'm going to be talking a lot, you guys. Like, my voice. Sorry if I talk really fast. I'm just trying to get through all of these wonderful things. Okay, so I do actually use extender boxes for Tuesday and Wednesday just to be able to fill in all of the stuff that we do. On Wednesday, I marked that it was Valentine's Day. I thought it was awesome that we spent Valentine's Day at Disneyland again. That was just very special to me. And then we had breakfast at the hotel again. It had, like I said, best breakfast. And then I marked that we went to Disneyland. Now, those Disneyland stickers, I've used a few of them. They are from Millie Papery, and she doesn't do stickers anymore, but she had these Disney stickers that I have been hoarding for so long. So the first ride that we went on when we got there was one of my son's must-have rides, and that was the Spider-Man Web Slingers ride. Such a good one. Like, hands down, loved that ride. It was super, super cool. Highly recommend that ride. And then we went on Sully to the Rescue, which is the Monsters, Inc. movie. Very cute. Really liked that one as well. And then while we were in that area, we did decide to do the Talk to Crush, which my kids thought was just hysterical. They really loved that, being able to talk to him. And it allowed us to just kind of take a break for a minute, which was really nice, especially in the heat. Then we made our way to Radiator Springs and did Radiator Springs Racers. Now, this was the longest line I have ever been in. The ride broke down probably 3 or 4 times while we were there. They kept sending like one group out and then it would break down again, and then another group out and break down again. And every time more people would like leave the line, we were like, oh, we're just getting so close. And then we turned this corner and realized that it zigzagged like way more times. So we did not go on. It took us probably a 2-hour wait to get into that line, which is just ridiculous. But that was the longest one we went on. Totally worth it. The ride was awesome and I loved it, but it was such a long wait. Then we made our way to Toy Story Midway Mania, which is another one of those game type rides where you can play like a little game while the ride is going on. And at that area, they also had Inside Out Emotional Whirlwind, which is just like a very, very casual, easy like ride that just kind of goes around. My daughter really wanted to go on that one just to kind of calm down for a little bit and have a very chill ride. And then we went to Ariel's Under the Sea Adventure. So I guess this one is more on this side. So how we did it is we went to two different parks at Disneyland because there's only two different parks, and we just spent Tuesday at one park and Wednesday at the other park. And then near Ariel's Adventure, they also had the jumping jellyfish, which are just the ones that like casually bring you up and bring you back down, kind of like the Frogger ride that you often see at fairs. So we went on that one, and it didn't have a line, so me and the kids did that quite a few times. And then we did go to Goofy's Sky School. I knew I really wanted to do this one. We totally convinced my daughter that it was not going to be a roller coaster ride, but she went on it and she did it. She was not a fan, but we got her to go on it, and I think that she's happy that she actually did conquer it and was able to do it. And then we went to the Soaring Over California, which was my daughter's favorite ride of the entire experience at Disney. She really liked that one. And that's just one where you basically feel like you're going over top these big monuments around the world, and it just kind of like soars you around, almost like as if you're in a hot air balloon or a plane. And then we went to Flo's Cafe for supper, and we did some shopping, and then we went to the pool after the day. So amazing day at Disney. I felt like we got a lot of rides in there. I'm not sure how that compares to like other people's vacations, but I felt like we were able to get quite a few rides in. On Thursday, sad day, we had to go home. So we had breakfast at the hotel, and we packed up our suitcases. We drove back to the airport and dropped off our rental car. It was really nice having the rental car because we actually utilized it a lot going to San Diego and then up to LA. Just gave us a lot more options of things to do. And then we flew to Vancouver, and then our flight flew from Vancouver to Winnipeg. While we were in the Vancouver airport, we did get Harvey's for dinner while we were waiting for our second flight. And I watched a lot of Real Housewives. This is where my Real Housewives addiction started. It was on the plane. They had a few episodes from a few different seasons, so I watched those. And since we were in California, I started with Beverly Hills, and I love Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Such a good season. And then we drove home super late. It was very late, and we got to go home. It's one of those things where it's so sad when you have to leave, but then while you're traveling, you just want to be home at that point. Like nothing can make being home better at that point. On Friday, we took it so easy. I did mark that I worked this day. I did put up a couple listings. I did do a little bit of work. It wasn't like my full work day where I'm printing and cutting and packing orders a whole bunch. It was just a very need to get a few things taken care of because we had been gone for so long type of work day. And then I marked that we got home super early because we got home early in the morning this day. I felt like it was appropriate to mark it on both days. And then I marked that we slept in because we had gotten home so late. We were all exhausted from the flights and everything, so we did sleep for quite a while. And then I marked that I put up some listings for the shop. We had new releases this day. I was actually super ahead, and I made all my new releases before I had left for my vacation so I could put them all up this day. So very proud of myself. I got that all done. And then I marked that I did a bunch of puzzling this day, and we were watching the show Rookie Blue, which we did finish, and it was really good. So if you need a new show to watch, Rookie Blue is really good. Now, this day and Sunday is going to be very scattered because I wasn't able to fill in all the spots properly because I did run out of stickers that needed for the sizing because I used so many at the beginning of the week. So I am going to go back and fill it again with that video where I go and fill the rest of my spreads in. So I need to just print some more, but I just kind of left the spaces of the things that I didn't put in. So I'm going to still talk about what I did, but I won't have the stickers to mark it. So the first space that I left open at the top is going to be that I marked that I went grocery shopping. I just took some time to go and get some groceries because we had not gotten them while we were on our vacation. So I'm going to mark that we went grocery shopping. And then I marked that we did a lot of laundry, had to get all the laundry done from the suitcases and everything, make sure we had enough for the next week. And, oh, you see me kind of like spacing out the different stickers that I knew I had enough space. I marked that we did just relax all day. We definitely took the weekend to like also just chill. And that is a sticker from Stick with the Plan Co. And then we, oh, what do I have that little thing for? Oh, puzzling. Ah, that's what I was going to mark. So I did a lot of puzzling and we watched Ricky Blue for the rest of the day. So that empty space is for puzzling. And on Sunday, I played some Dreamlight Valley. Again, being very chill this weekend because we were just kind of recuperating and trying to get back into the swing of things. And I did tidy the house, get it all clean for the week. I always feel like when we come back from vacation, sometimes we are not great at unpacking. We just kind of like collapse and just leave everything everywhere. So the house definitely needed to be clean and tidy. And then we ended up having a potluck with our friends this day. We did that a few times during the beginning of the year where we would just each make the thing that we were going to make for dinner and then share it, and we would just play some games. So that was really fun. Which reminds me, I need to do more of that. We need to do more of these potlucks. So I marked that we did that, and I marked that we did play games with them, and we went in the hot tub in the evening. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this plan with me. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys in my next Throwback Thursday spread. Bye!